So there's this decision to be made. I'm on Bodmin Moor. I'm at Tanya's. The little service is just the east side of Bodmin, and it's misty and drizzling, and I'm not sure I'm going to make it, Saddlebags, so my apologies for that. What bird is that? Yeah, but I've got to carry on a little bit longer, so I may make it, I may not. So if I don't, I'm sorry, Saddlebags. Okay, so I've bailed out. My apologies, but conditions are not fun, and I gather they will improve later. But it is also my partner's birthday today, and she might like me to be back for a little bit of it. Disappointed I couldn't meet you guys. Hopefully there'll be another opportunity either later in the season or at some point anyway. But as you might be able to see around Bodmin Moor, I just wipe this a bit, it's pretty grim up here. And then as part of the ride is then a Dartmoor. There's every possibility that might be grimmer. As you can see, visibility is closing in. Not much fun. Good for photography though, if you can bear the conditions. So yes, Bodmin Moor looks like it's going to be challenging. So, home after a very short vlog, and apologies again. Or rather coffee, I think, at the very first available opportunity. If you can hear me at all, slow down a bit. It's now raining fairly hard. Hard enough to make riding unpleasant. Okay. So I bailed. My apologies, Saddlebags, but just coming up Bodmin Moor, weather was closing in more and more. It's raining quite hard. There was less visibility, and I was starting to get quite wet. Now I'm beginning to think that by the time we got to Lanson and Tesco's, I'm pretty wet, and then we're going to head over to Dartmoor, which is likely to be similar. So common sense ruled. Apologies for that. Hopefully see you on the next one. It is also my partner Kim's birthday today, so the bonus of this is I get to spend a little bit more time with her on her birthday. So yes, hopefully we get to meet up again. So I'm really keen to connect with some of the other guys in this region. It's better when we're in a little network, because you don't feel so alone, do you? So I'm in Cornwall Services with a cup of the best coffee you can get round here, and do you know who make it? Yes, good old Mackie D's, £1.19. It's half the price or less than Costa's, and is twice as good. Really, I don't know how they can afford to keep selling that brown water at such high prices. Hey ho. Anyway, I'll try and plot a route back home for a little bit of vlogging, and some thoughts on one or two things which have come up recently. And so, sorry to keep saying sorry, but yeah, sometimes you've got to have common sense. Unlike the man over there who's wearing flip-flops and is on crutches. Fantastic. So, quick update now. I've got a dinner date with my partner and her son back home at Crinis Bay, so we're going to head off there. Try and do a little bit of a circuitous route again. Yeah, so thanks for watching this aborted moto vlog meetup. Right, so we're going to try and plot a route home, just to round off this little vlogette. Incomplete, aborted. I wouldn't call it a failure, because I think making sensible decisions when conditions deteriorate is something that you won't regret later on. If I carried on and there'd have been problems further up, and at the end of the day it's only a ride out on a motorbike. And it is my partner's birthday, so let's get back, enjoy some time with her. Just a few thoughts on some other things whilst we're riding at a moderate pace here. So some interesting feedback on one of my videos, the Hunter 350, from a guy who's a riding instructor. So he really knew his stuff, and he took me to task on a couple of points, riding over a solid white line being one of them, not using my indicators properly being another one. And all good points, and although his initial comment was quite negative, I responded, and he later put up some more positive stuff. So I think several learning points from that. One is you've got to engage constructively with people and listen to feedback when it is gives you some pointers that you can build on. Let me put my visor up for a minute here. And yes, but also, if you react positively, he then went on to say some positive things. So yes, and also it's good to have that outside feedback, because I've probably got into a lot of bad habits riding over the years. That being said, I did look at the footage he mentioned in particular, and the one where I rode over the solid white line, in actual fact what I was doing was avoiding some rather dodgy ironwork that had sunk, and there was quite a dip there, so it was kind of the lesser of two evils, I suppose. But yes, and yeah, always good to have some engagement from people. That's the best thing. And as long as people phrase their feedback, if it's negative, in a polite way, then we can all move on positively. And I think that's what it's all about, sort of building relationships. So thanks, Rob, for your engagement, and I hope you enjoy your test ride on the Hunter 350. And let us know what becomes of it. Oh yeah, I'm going to make this through. I'm probably, yes, it is my right of way. I thought it was the other guy's right of way. So it's always best to slow down if you're offshore. As you can see on this road, safety-wise, a huge amount of ironwork in all sorts of locations. And when the roads are at all damp, it really has it. And like everywhere else around here, there's oodles of potholes. And of course, because there's construction work nearby, there always seems to be diesel on these places. And in actual fact, we're probably going to go a very dirty part, because they are building this bypass just in this area, so there's lots of HGV traffic. I don't think they'll be working today, but they might. You know, I know they're getting on with it. But yes, as you can see, ironwork, the road markings are fairly eroded around here, so it is some we have to and learn a driver over there, or possibly a learner instructor. Lots of things you've got to be careful of. Bus stop. I'm going to try and work on improving my riding skills. I think for that you need what the Americans call seats time, and I haven't really had much of that. So yeah, need to get out more. But as you probably will be aware if you've been following these vlogs, my health hasn't been great. I don't have a great deal of energy and stamina. A lot of times I'm just not getting out there. See, around this roundabout there's huge potholes, sunken ironwork, you name it. It's really poor actually. They really need to do something about this. It's quite hazardous for motorcycles. Probably would be safer on the BMX track over there. Only joking a little bit, because I think those HGVs which they're using for the bypass work, they literally pounded this road into total submission. It's desperately needing proper resurfacing. Yeah. So, weather is lifting, of course, now. That's what happens after you've given up. But I know that I'd have had to go up Dartmoor, where it's even higher altitude than Bodmin, and I suspect things might be a bit sticky up there. And also, I didn't have the waterproof trousers with me. Yes, roadworks over there. In front of us, the wall of the clayworks, all that was created literally by mankind. It is an artificial mountain range, and it's called the Cornish Ant commonly around this part of the world. So no part of this landscape is as it was before man started altering it. And of course now, although the remnants can look a bit unreal, there are huge opportunities for real wild. Yeah, get myself home safe, wash the bike tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to re-end this segment yet again. I don't know whether the last one was worked out, so thanks for watching this somewhat chopped up vlog. Oh, bright yellow car. And yes, I've been Captain Clumsy, you've been my audience. Thanks for watching.